for sure. LSU has the lead after the first of 4 rotations. Hi everybody, I'm Mark Cron along with Sam Peshek. Now Sam, as we mentioned at the top of the show, beginning this week, the way they rank the teams and individuals is completely different, isn't it?
Yeah, they used to be ranked by average team scores, and now they're going to use a scoring system called the NQS, the National Qualifying Score.
Let's take a breakdown on how that is put together. The NQS is used to determine the team or individual positions for the NCAA postseason. You identify the 6 highest scores, at least 3 of them have to be away scores, and then you drop the highest score and average the remaining 5. So let's take a look at how this applies to Alabama tonight.
So you're going to see Alabama's top 6 scores, 3 of which have to be away scores. Then you're going to cancel out the highest score, whether it's home or away, and average the remaining 5. Pretty easy when you look at it that way. So if you see the 197-125 score at the bottom, that's the score that Alabama is trying to beat tonight in order to improve their NQS.
Currently by the NQS, Alabama ranked 9th in the country. This is a legacy program, and of course Ashley Johnston, former champion at Alabama, now in her 2nd season as the head coach. She likes this underdog role for this team. She thinks they compete better that way.
Yeah, she recognizes that because it's a legacy program, it's added pressure to this Alabama team. So she wants them to stay in the process of attacking the task at hand, and that's really how they compete at their best, the offense versus playing defense.
Currently they trail LSU by a quarter of a point after the first of 4 rotations. Now coming up in the next rotation, it'll be Alabama's Luisa Blanco on the vault. And for LSU, it's the indomitable Haley Bryant on the bars. Also catch the action streaming live on the ESPN app. Here is the meet summary at this point. LSU had 4 9.875s, didn't break through to the 9.9s until Haley Bryant, with her spectacular vault, got a 9.95 in that first rotation. Hey, look at this. Sam Peshek, my broadcast partner here. I guess you go back a couple of years. Justin Spring, the assistant coach at Alabama, a member of that Olympic team. 2008 Olympic bronze medalist in those days. I guess you guys have been pals a long time.
Yeah, Justin and I have known each other for forever, it seems like. He's been a big brother to me, so it's really cool seeing him be so passionate about this Alabama women's gymnastics team. He previously coached men, so it's been fun watching his transition in all facets of gymnastics.
Justin Spring, Olympic medalist in his 2nd year now coaching at Alabama. You're right. He coached for several years at Illinois, coached them to a national championship team for the men, and now has decided to switch over to gymnastics. Jamison Sears, gymnastics for the women's program. Jamison Sears now will lead off Alabama in the vault. Remember, they trail by a quarter of a point.
I'm curious to see what she's vaulting. She's done a Yurchenko full and a Yurchenko 1.5 so far this season. Wow, looks like they picked the right one.
Jamison Sears normally doing vault and floor for the Crimson Tide. She's just a freshman.
You see that Yurchenko vault, the round off onto the springboard, backhand spring onto the table, perfectly done. You can tell she knows exactly where she is to just sink into the landing mat and hold it.
She is just a bundle of energy from the moment she walks in the gym. She's never not moving. Alexis Jeffrey will lead off for the home team on the bars.
She's been doing a great job in this leadoff position for LSU. Throughout this routine, and with Alexis, you just see clean gymnastics, but that is why you can see Jay's face.
Yeah, Jay Clark, he proud of the work that they've done on the bars over the years.
I mean, check this out. Hard to see been able to find the landing.
Yeah.
Impressive there.
And she was uncomfortably close to the bar when she's, you know, over 6 feet in the air. Now, Lily Hudson, she's already had a big moment in her season. Got a perfect 10 earlier this season on vault. She's second up.
Got up onto the board, back handspring onto the table, 1.5. Just had a little bit energy, momentum, power, however you want to say that. Didn't quite absorb the landing at the end.
The sophomore from Fleming Island, Florida. Once again, both of these teams are quite deep, and they do have the flexibility of changing the lineup. So when someone like Makari Doggett goes out, it's heartbreaking for the team, yet they have other athletes that are 9'9" plus potential to step in. Alexis Jeffrey at 9'8", 7'5", the leadoff spot. That brings up Ashley Collins, second up.
The big release move combination to get things going. Very fast ball routine. Finishing double layout dismount. And that is the landings they've been practicing in the gym. Of course, the judges are looking for the vertical handstand and release moves right here. She did 2 in a row to get her 10-0 start value, finishing double layout. Great work adjusting to find the stick position, Bart.
Feet together in that double layout is tricky. Not a lot of athletes can do that successfully, and she literally landed straight up and down. That is the focus they've been really kind of dialed in on landings, because at the end of the day, handstands and landings make the difference in these meets where these teams are so evenly matched. Interesting opportunity here now for Corinne Banagin, the junior from New Jersey. This is her first event appearance on vault, first career appearance, and she's coming after Lily Hudson had a 9'8", 2'5". Jamison Sears led them off with a 9'8", 7'5".
You know what's interesting and fun for me to watch is that vault, more than any other event, has strategy. So go with the Yurchenko 1.5 that we're going to see, or the safer Yurchenko falls. And it's been great to see a lot of these teams pushing the risk factor here. And it's not that risky when the 1.5 looks as good as Corinne. Off center and a little leg separation. But first time out, not too bad.
Good experience for Corinne Banagin. Alabama trailing by about 0.3 of a point as we move to Kaya Johnson on bars after Ashley Collins, a career high 9'9", 2'5".
Kaya is a really dynamic and powerful athlete, and she really brings that to uneven bars as well. I love how quickly she was able to get her legs together on top of the bar there. And this dismount, I was going to say, is important. Head coach Jay Clark said she has a tendency to throw her arms over her head.
Oh, I think it could be a good score. She has 8 10s in her career. Never has she scored a 10 on bars.
Yeah, she threw her arms over her head, which Jay doesn't like, but she was able to stick it, so maybe he'll let it slide this time.
See what the judges do with that as she earns the coveted stick crown. The LSU gymnast. Louisa Blanco now after Corinne Banagin got a 9'7", 7'5" in her first appearance on vault this year for the Crimson Tide.
You're going to be seeing a Yurchenko 1.5, what we call a blind landing. Oh, wow. Her career high is a 9'9", 5". I'm not sure I've ever seen her do this vault better. Check it out. Finds the landing so solidly, so confidently. I'm interested to see what the judges are going to do.
This is what's happening at this point in the season. This is the 9th meet of the season. These teams now are dialing in landings and focused on the postseason opportunities, which include a shot at the national championship. Of course, Alabama 6 times has won the national title, but LSU has never won it. 3 times they've been runner-up. Is this the team that could do it? Connor McClain now after Kaya Johnson got a 9-9.
Beautiful. You know, all of her skills are so textbook. The way she's able to hold her handstand positions, really show them off to the judges. Finishing tuck full in. Little step on the landing. Head coach Jay Clark said that athletes like Connor, they come in, and in elite gymnastics, the focus is on difficulty, not sticking your landing. So it's really going back to the drawing board on how to create consistent movement patterns for them.
7 times she's been in the lineup. Just her second meet of her career at LSU got a 10 on the bars. Gabby Gladio, the sophomore at Alabama, after Luisa Blanco got their high score 9-9.
Tanko full, and she does a really good job of flaring her arms in the air. I actually wanted to see her flare the arms more. She's a powerful athlete, and when you have that power, you have to have something to stop your rotation, stop your momentum, and that's usually generated with the arms.
Gladio's been in the all-around the last 3 meets with deceptive power. Quite balanced on all of the events, 9-9 plus everywhere. Connor McClain had the second straight 9-9 for LSU on bars. This brings up Tori Tatum, who played a critical role last year after there was so much adversity for LSU with injuries, and she stepped in after Kaya Johnson was out to provide an important score week in and week out.
Yeah, there was a couple athletes fighting for this spot, so she really had to earn this position here in order to get the opportunity to compete. Does a nice job pushing down on the bar, trying to get those handstand positions.
All right, her 3rd time in the lineup this year. And great landing for Tori Tatum.
Let's check it out. She's doing a tuck full in. And just a little movement from that left foot there. Usually after you have a little movement, you're like, oh shoot, I could have stuck that.
Chloe LaCourciere now. Gabby Gladio had a 9-8 before her.
She stuck it in warm-up.
Boom!
Good fight. She was off-centered there. Again, it's a blind landing, so the air awareness is even more important on these 1.5 vaults. You can see she's off-centered because she landed outside the lines, but was able to minimize those deductions as much as possible.
I think the blind landing is kind of a confusing term for people who don't see a lot of gymnastics. She's just actually not seeing the floor in advance of landing on it, is she?
Yeah, much more difficult than a full where you can spot it the entire time.
Take a look at the landing here that Haley Bryant will go for. She does a double front with a half at the end and gives her a chance to spot the landing before she puts her feet on it. Tatum had a 9.95 career high, a 10 from one judge and a 9.9 from the other. Those 2 scores are average.
And Haley's gymnastics is just effortless to watch. She just floats to those handstand positions. I mean, gymnasts across the nation wish they could do gymnastics like Haley Bryant.
The consistency's mind-boggling. Here's that landing. There you go.
And she's just so solid. She has the difficulty. She has the execution. I mean, it's the total package for me.
And she's so consistent, it's mind-boggling.
That's called a blind change into a double front with a half twist. She finishes way above the ground, which most athletes are not able to do.
All right, after 4 9-9s in a row, LSU will get a big score for Haley Bryant. Now, coming up, we're going to celebrate the growth in women's NCAA gymnastics. It is incredible. You're watching the SEC on ESPN.